What's up everybody? Tiffany Outdoors here today. I'm building a shelf for my youngest niece. There's the hawk. Before there was a Tiffany Outdoors, there was Tiffany the farmer.
Only U-turn when possible.
No, we're not U-turning.
Hi. Hi, what are you doing? Hi, boo. What?
Well, let me start off by showing you guys the picture that I'm going to attempt. I say attempt because I've never built something like this before, so I'll be challenged in new and different ways yet again. Let's see what I can do. Alright, let me show you the picture. There we go, without the glares. It's that. That's the picture of the shelf I want to try to build. Let's see how far I can get with this. I checked the weather. Not 5 seconds after I showed you guys, it started thundering. Alright. I'm gonna not do it today. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. Look at this menacing cloud, y'all. Look at that. Yeah. And it goes up, 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 up. Yeah, so, let's not take any chances on lightning. Y'all, and I'm already, I've got some tools out, I got my cord out. Yeah, let's play it safe. Tomorrow. We'll start on this tomorrow. Alright, y'all, I'm all set up. It's a hot one out here this morning. Woo! Steamy. North Carolina, humidity. You guys, oh, the air is thick. Alright, let's see how far I can get today without getting overheated out here. Alright, I'm going to start with my base. My base is going to be 35.5 inches long. And on this one, I'm going to leave the stair tread rounded for the bottom piece. I'm going to leave that rounded. And then we'll go from there. I'm going to cut that down. And then I need to figure out how I'm going to do the shelves inside. I do know I want to use pocket holes, so I do have my pocket hole jig out here just to hide the screws and make it look a lot neater and cleaner finished look. We'll see how much I can do with that to keep the screws hidden. Alright, so let me go ahead and start with this first cut. Here we go. So I'm flipping this board over. Let me show you guys. There's a knot right there that ends on my measurement, so I need to avoid cutting into that. That knot, while it looks pretty, it's a weakening and a defect. And this one ends on a knot too. Alright, so this board's not going to be good for the base, so I'm going to pick another one. Be picky about your base. It's going to be the foundation of your project. Alright, got a clean shot here. Now, this board's going to be way too thick to cut with my miter saw, so I'm going to have to use my circular saw. And when I get more comfortable, I'll be able to use my table saw for this stuff. Now that I have the base done, now I need to figure out how tall I want this shelf to be. I'm working with 4-foot boards. I don't want it to be too tall, but I don't want it to be too short. So I'm gonna do some figuring and then I'll come back. I've decided that I'm going to make these sides, there's gonna be 2 sides, I'm gonna make them 36 inches high. Y'all, this is what I mean by the knots or weak links. So I'm trying to cut those off. Look, I just tossed this over here. Look at that, split right in half. Split right in half. Look at that. Try to avoid cutting where the knots are. That's why I cut that part off. Alright, I've got my 2 sides cut. Now, I need to, let me move this over a little bit. Can you guys see? Okay, here we go. Now I need to figure out that little swoop thing there. It's like a little edge on the shelf. See how it swoops down? So I need to figure that part out next. And I'm going to be using my jigsaw to cut that out. Let me figure out how to do this and I'll come back. I think I got this figured out, guys. Okay, so first thing, where's my tape measure? Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is the back of the board. This is the flat side. This is a rounded side. So I measured 4 inches here. Made a mark, and then I measured 1.5 inches down, drew a line there, and then from that line I drew a straight line all the way back out to the front. Okay, now I've tried different things. I tried this little spice bottle. The radius wasn't quite big enough, so I got this duct tape roll. I'm just going to line it up with the top line here, and then draw my line. Like that. Let's see, how's that going to look? So, I think I need to curve it out a little bit. There we go. It's not pretty or perfect, but see how that will look. I don't know. Don't like that. So now I just need to mess around with how to finish it. I mean, that looks kind of okay, but it needs to come at a, there we go, something like that. That looks better. So just mess around with your lines until you find a pattern that looks good. That makes it look kind of smooth. So it's going to come down, it's going to curve this way, and then it's going to curve back out that way. So yeah, there we go. I think that'll work. And I'm going to use my jigsaw just to cut out all of this section here. Actually, what you can do, use your circular saw up to right about close to the point where it starts to curve. That'll be a little bit quicker. So I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to use this as my template for the other side. And this right here, guys, is going to be, when you're looking at the shelf straight on, this is going to be the left side. And I'm going to mark that on the back of this somewhere. Alright. Okay, I forgot to hit record. Alright, but anyway. So what I did was, I used my circular saw, got up to the point where it starts curving, and then I used my jigsaw to cut out the rest. Now I'm going to use this as the template for the right side. Alright, get this lined up. This as flush as possible, and then I'm going to clamp it down. Then draw my line. I'm going to use my circular saw, cut up to about this point, and then use my jigsaw to cut that, and all of this will be out. Cut into it a little bit. That's okay. But there we go. Now I should have two matching curves. Even though I cut into that, I can use wood filler to fill that in. It's a little chunky, not as round here. I can use my sander to smooth that out. I think I'll go ahead and do that right now. Yeah, get that nice and smooth like the other part. Actually, what I'm going to do is mark that up a little bit. Let's see. Might be able to, let's see, use a jigsaw to shave that off a little bit. Let's see what I can do. Zoom you guys in so you can see exactly what's going on here. I just need to shave off that. This is a little squared off right here. You can see that little hump there. I'm not trying to make it perfect, but I do want to get it as close to matching the other side as possible. That's better. There we go. That's better. There we go. That looks a lot better. Okay. Now we got our two sides. The next section that I want to cut is this top piece. I want to cut that top piece. Now, here's where things can be tricky if you don't get your measurements right. Okay, the base is 35.5 inches long. And each of these boards is 1 inch thick. So I need to, in order for that shelf to fit in between these, I need to subtract 1 inch off this side, 1 inch off that side, and make it 33.5 inches long. That way it'll be on the inside of the two sides. So you got your base, which is 33.5. You're going to subtract 2 inches from each side. That way that board will fit right in between there. So you need to minus the sides. I think I might be over explaining it. But anyway. I'm doing a dry fit right now. I need to see how low or how much of a lip I want to leave from the top shelf to the top of the actual shelf to the top of that. Where do I want to put this board here? Do I want to have it higher up, lower down? As long as I have enough room for the bins that's going to go on the bottom, that's all I'm concerned about right now. So I need to do a dry fit. I wish my project table was a little bit bigger. I may have to move it over there. Got a little bit more space to work with. But yeah, that's my next step. Okay, so it's about 1 inch. Alright, so that looks good to me. So I'm going to take it about 1 inch right in that section there, about 1 inch down, and then line everything up. And then drill some pilot holes and then screw in the top. I'm going to go ahead and screw the top in, and then I need to figure out the sections. Okay, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. These 2 middle sections here, there and there. I need to do that too. And then the shelves, I'm going to have 3 shelves in there. 3 shelves, and those shelves are going to be used with the cutoffs. All of those cutoffs, do not throw those away. You're going to need those. And then I'm going to figure that out. And screw them in from the bottom. And the top, I'll screw that in from the side. And then I'll just use some wood filler, fill that in, and then we're going to paint it. Alright, let me go ahead and get this ready. And then go get my my saw bits and stuff. Hold on. Or drill bits. Saw bits. Drill bits. Be right back.